Hi, grade 4. Today we're going to be learning about multiples of 10, 100, and 1,000. So if you can multiply by 1, then you can easily multiply by 10, 100, and 1,000. Let's see how to do that. So we have a question like 4 times 100. Seems like a big deal. You have to multiply 400 times. That's a lot of work. So instead, let's do a simple little trick. We have 3 steps for that trick. So step number 1 is start by taking away the zeros. So how many zeros are there in 100? There's 2, so we're going to take both of them away. So the question becomes 4 times 1. So step number 2 is answer the simple question. So our simple question is 4 times 1. So what does 4 times 1 equal? 4, that's right. So now step number 3, we have to add the zeros onto the end of the answer. So we took away 2 zeros at the beginning. So 4 times 100 equals 4, and then we have to add 2 zeros on. So 4 times 100 is equal to 400. Now that was pretty easy, and I think you guys get that. So let's try to make it just a little bit harder. So now we have 4 times 2,000. Now that seems like a challenge, but let's break it down into our steps. So you have step number 1, start by taking away the zeros. So how many zeros are there in 2,000? There are 3. So we take all 3 of them away, so it becomes 4 times 2. And then step number 2, we're going to answer the simple question. So we have 4 times 2 is equal to what? Think about that for a second. 4 times 2 is equal to 8. Good job. And now we have step number 3. Add the zeros onto the end of the answer. So how many zeros did we take away from the beginning? Look back to our first question, 4 times 2,000. How many zeros are there? 3. So we have 4 times 2,000 equals 8 because that's the answer from our simple question. And then we have to add on the 3 zeros and it becomes 8,000. So 4 times 2,000 is equal to 8,000. Now let's try one more, getting on just a little bit harder. So we have 6 times 50. And that's not in our regular multiplication drills, so we're going to try do this one in a simpler way. So we have step number 1, start by taking away the zeros. So how many zeros are there in the question? There's only 1, so we take that away. So we have 6 times 5 instead of 6 times 50. Then we have step number 2. We have to answer the simple question. So 6 times 5 is equal to what? Think about that. Go through your 5 times tables. So 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 4 is 20, 5 times 5 is 25, 5 times 6 is 30. So it means our answer is 30. And then we have step number 3, the last step. Add the zeros onto the end of the answer. So how many zeros did we take away? We only took away 1 zero. So we have 6 times 50 is equal to 30 so far, because 30 is our answer to the simple question. Then we have to add on the extra 0. So 6 times 50 is equal to 300. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. So hopefully you guys understand it. If not, you can always contact me and ask for some help. All right, bye, grade 4.